Yo, what's up with it? It's Friday. Orange Ninja News coming right back at you, YouTube. How's it going? All right. Well, today we got a good show. Talk about Malik. I'm gonna talk about the trucker 10-hour break. Talk about another YouTuber that got demonetized. Eddie Murphy and the same by Confucius. So yeah, I took a short break. I didn't do videos for a couple of weeks. Took a little short break, and now my break's over. I got kind of swamped at work, you know what I'm saying? Still doing the daytime thing, getting my trucking in. That's what pays the bills right now, and doing that thing. And yeah, so right back at it. We broadcast daily, and that's the norm. That's how I usually go. I keep it going with it. Yeah. So without further ado, man, let's get into it. All right. Yeah, so everybody know about the thing with Malik Yoba, um and him saying that he likes trainees, he's attracted to trainees and this and that, and well, he's attracted to trainees, but he's not gay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That's like a dude saying that he likes stealing out of stores, but he's not a thief. Think about it. That I don't see how you get that type of reasoning. I don't how that makes sense. But it was an interview that I had watched lately. It was like I think I watched it like a day ago, and he stormed out of an interview and he was yelling and fussing because the guy had asked him stuff about the training stuff, and he was trying to talk about other topics, and he's like, "Yo, man, we've been talking like 4 hours about what all was going to be discussed and how this thing was going to go, etc." So I could see him getting upset if he was under the impression that the guy was going to stick the script, but the guy obviously had his own agenda and was going to ask his own stuff that he wanted to ask. He had his own little line of question that he was going to hit him with regardless. And yeah, so of course Malik felt a certain type of way about that right there. So he started flipping out and junk. And the line of questioning that he had asked him was about the this this underage trainee that Malik was supposedly coming on to. But the thing with that, that's like, that's all hearsay, and nobody has seen any evidence from that. So I mean, anybody could say anything. You know what I'm saying? The person accusing them, nobody has seen any kind of evidence. We've seen zero evidence of it, and I think that's what Malik was saying. He's like, yo, so if anybody just say whatever on the internet, automatically it's got to be true. But his whole thing, man, I think he was trying to get to the casting couch because he kind of fell off for a little while, wasn't getting any roles, and I hadn't seen him in nothing lately. So I think whenever he came out with that, man, that seemed kind of like he was trying to, try to get back in the topics. You know what I'm saying? Get people start saying his name again, and maybe that can lead to him getting some more roles or something. So that was my idea of thinking that was like a shortcut getting back to that casting couch. You know what I'm saying? And and it probably just went sideways on him because now he's upset about the whole thing, and so now when people bring stuff up, he start feeling a certain type of way, getting in his emotions. But yeah, that was kind of an odd interview because like when the guy had said that, and he was like, "Yo, we sat here for 4 hours. We talked for 4 hours, man. This is my life." And it seemed like he was trying to intimidate Buddy that was doing the interview, but dude ain't even flinched. Dude was just staring him down like, "Yeah, yo, what's up?" Like, yeah, he didn't get intimidated at the least. I'm like, man, that's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, so yeah, that was a wild interview right there, man. But next, I want to talk about the 10-hour breaks for trucking. Um, we've been doing the 10-hour break rule for a while now, and yeah, that's been out for some years now. But back in the day, it started off with 8-hour breaks, which I think is plenty enough, man. 8 hours is a long time, man. You get some good sleep in 8 hours. The 10-hour break sometimes seem like a hassle because you have to pick a spot that, that's just a nice chunk of change as far as time, man. I be trying to find like if it's nighttime, you gonna find a truck stop that got parking because everybody be trying to park before night get there, get a decent parking space. So most of the time, truck stops be doggone overcrowded come nighttime. So you try to park, try to finish up your day, while there's still some decent spots out. Other than that, you kind of end up having to park at a Walmart or any kind of place they can find, a grocery store or something like that, or someplace that got a big enough parking space for a truck. And yeah, man, these cats today don't know how easy they got it, man. Cause back in the day with the 8-hour thing, man, we just kept it pushing too, man. So that 10-hour break, man, that's a long break. That's like a little mini vacation within itself. But the thinking is, you're gonna do different stuff when you go to take a break. The whole time won't be just sleeping. They know cats have to wash clothes, have to shower, and eat and do other stuff. So they're like, well, they're gonna be doing other stuff during the break besides just sleeping. So we give them a longer break. We give them a 10-hour break. I don't know, man. Sometimes I'll be happy for it. Sometimes I'll be like, man, this is a long, doggone time. Yeah. But I ain't gonna elaborate on that too much. I just want to throw that topic in there and talk about that for a second. But a lot of cats that listen to me, that's in the trucking industry, they like to hear me talking truck talk. But anybody else, they don't want to hear you talking shop because, if you're not a trucker, you really could care less. Like, okay, you bore me on that part. But yeah, so I ain't gonna spend a long time on that subject. I was just putting that out there, just thinking about that. Yeah, so next up, I talk about cats that be be getting demonetized. That's where like your YouTube videos, you get paid off the commercials and stuff. Like after you got so many getting so many views and so many subscribers and stuff, they you start getting paid off of commercials that are doing your videos. And it's this one dude I was debating on would I even say his name, but I don't like putting people out there like that, so I ain't even gonna put their name to it. But anyway, so a dude recently got demonetized and he came out with a video talking about, I can't believe YouTube did this, and just going off. And I'm like, yo, dude, you just making it worse for yourself, man. It's their joints. If they feel like you was talking a little reckless on a couple of videos or whatnot, that's what that is, man. You just have to fall back for a minute, play the game. But all that rah-rah and all that talking crazy, they be like, oh, well, hey, if it's like that, then we just shut the whole thing down. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So that dude was all disgruntled and everything. And I'm like, yeah, that's one thing you don't do, man. It's like not getting enough hours at your job or something and going out flipping out, telling them what they need to do and they can't do you like this and blah blah blah. That just makes your situation worse. They're like, hey man, what are you talking about? This is my joints. I do what I want. That's being a disgruntled employee right there, man. You have to fall back off of that one. Yeah, but this certain cat, man, I seen it coming for him. Man, he was like, he would talk about different subjects and then he'd get all irate and kind of reckless with wording and be going off on people in entire groups and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I don't see this going well for little buddy, man. You might have to slow down some on that. And I knew something was going to happen. But, I hate to see that happen with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Dude already got it you have your little money's coming in. You already have it set up with your bills, and this amount's gonna go here, and I'm doing this with that. You know what I'm saying? So to mess up your little program, then you have to, you know, struggle and do whatever your other hustles are, fall back to your main job or whatever like that. So yeah, that's kind of rough. I don't like to see that happen, but at the same time, when it can't be, you just have to watch what you say, especially with today's PC culture. Everybody's politically correct and quick to get offended. You know what I'm saying? You can't really be wilding out because there'll always be some people say, okay, yeah, this is offensive, and go in on you and go to reporting you and stuff, and that's how that happens, man. So yeah, but I don't think he got it because he kept, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm like, whoa, yeah, you've been reckless for a minute now, man. It just caught up with you. That's all that was. Um, yeah. So next, what I want to talk about is Eddie Murphy, because Eddie Murphy been doing this thing for a minute, been in the game. He got a lot of big box office movies. Um, everybody heard of or either seen the Shrek movie series. You know that he plays the donkey in that, and worldwide that pulled in billions of dollars right there. Just that movie series by itself. You got Nutty Professor, The Clumps, Coming to America. Matter of fact, they shooting Coming to America too right now. Matter of fact, so and that's gonna be fire too, man. And they got I seen they got John Amos back on there. Um, I think that Arsenio's coming back on it. It's gonna be fire, man. It's about him trying to find his son, so he comes back to America to find his son. So it's gonna be a real fire production right there. Probably be as big as the first one. And the first one is, the first Coming to America. That definitely was uh, a cult classic right there, man. And that Joker sold out all around the world. So I mean, like they say, it was a big hit even over in Japan. Like wow. So yeah. So, but that's not the main reason I was talking about him. Was it just Coming to America Part Two? Is that he also got a stand up special he's about to come out with, and he hasn't done a stand up special in a while. He did Raw, and after that he did Delirious, and after he did Delirious, he had an interview back then. If you look up some of his older interviews, um, back once he did Delirious, it was like everything's getting so politically correct right now that you'll say a joke, and then after that, you got people boycotting you and all types of stuff and getting offended. So he was like, yo, I'm gonna fall. After Delirious, he was like, yo, I'm gonna fall back right now. He said that in the interview after, it was a little while after he did that one. And that's why he hadn't done another stand up special in all these years. Cause he was like, yo, I'm gonna just focus on movies. And, cause that was a lot easier than, doing another stand up special and then going through that whole thing again, people boycotting and people saying, oh, well, he said this and he said that. Like, yo, it's just jokes. I'm a comedian. I just said a joke. And, so it's a lot easier just doing movies and getting this paper that way. So he, he stayed, with his guns on that one as far as, strictly keeping it on the movies. But, yeah, now he's, got another stand-up special that he's about to do. So, it should be fire. And I know he's going to be watching himself on that, trying to, keep up with all the political correctness type deal. Because that interview he came out with lately where he was talking about that, it was like when he did those first two specials, he was younger. And, when you're younger and you feisty, you out there, you just go at it like that. But now that he's older, more laid back and, he kind of watch himself with it. So it shouldn't be no backlash from it, or hopefully nobody get offended from it or whatever. And you know what I'm talking about because you seen Dave Chappelle's his last stand up he just did. It was a big uproar and everybody so offended over it. And you know, either you loved it or you didn't. Either you loved it or either you hated it. You know, and you know with all the political correctness going on, man, it just makes it rough for a comedian, man. That's all that is. So uh, I think it's better when they feel like you know they can be freer with their jokes and stuff and go out like that. Um, yeah, Marlon Wayans. Matter of fact, Marlon Wayans got sued over a joke he said about a guy. He said he looked like one of the characters from Family Guy. He looked like Cleveland from the Family Guy, and yeah, it had the side by side comparison, you know, little cartoon picture, and then the guy's actual picture, and the guy did look like the you know Cleveland from Family Guy, which was crazy. That I mean, that's something like if somebody said that about me, I would just laugh and keep it moving. I mean, I don't see how the guy got so overly offended. Now he's and that was some years ago, and the guy's still suing him, trying to get paid off of it. That's I don't know. That's ridiculous. You know, stuff like that. Oh, he said something that hurt my feelings. I need to take him to court and get millions of dollars. It's like, what the heck are you talking about, man? People joke with each other all day about stuff like that. I mean, it's just a joke. You laugh, you keep it moving, you keep it pushing, and you say something back. And that's what it usually is. Somebody say something back to the guy, like, oh, yeah, well, you look like, you know, or your mama this, or, you know, you come out with your own little joke on the guy. Or you like, you know what I'm saying? Just make up some little silly comparison, like, hey, yo, you look like a broke so and so, or you look like this, or you know what I'm saying? Just joking around and stuff like that. But now, oh hell, now you can get sued just because you're joking around with somebody. Wow, really? Yeah. So I mean, and that's what makes it rough. So I'm be, I'm gonna definitely be checking that his stand up special. Everybody should check for that. And like I warn you now, I think it's going to be, you know, it's going to be one of those careful ones that's going to be politically correct. I don't think he's going to go all in on it. I think he's going to kind of rein it in on it, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just going full fledged old school Eddie Murphy, it's going to be the new style of politically correct, probably borderline family friendly type of stand up special. So yeah. So if you was thinking it was gonna be like his delirious or either his raw stand up special, nah, ain't gonna be nothing close to that, man. And he already said that. But that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I mean, dude is funny. Shoot, all his movies is tight. Except for that one movie where he what was that? It was that one movie where I think it was called like The Holy Man or something like that, and he was in Florida, and they was having him using his likeness to sell stuff on infomercials and stuff. That movie was kind of weird. That's about the only one that was a bust to me. All his other joints was fire. I think some people slept on this Pluto Nash movie and say it wasn't that good. But you know, I'm into sci-fi. If you were into sci-fi, then you love Pluto Nash like me. I'm into sci-fi, man. That movie was tight, especially with the graphics, and the movie takes place on the moon, and the moon is colonized and it's in the future. And I mean, you know, that to me that movie was fire, man. I like sci-fi. I was there for that right there, man. I like that Pluto Nash movie. But yeah, so that's real good. Big up to Eddie, still doing it. But he got 13 kids. Yeah, he got his own tribe, man. He have his own football team. Yeah, but Eddie's still at it, still going strong, still getting it in, man. Yeah, that's pretty tight. I like that. Yeah, so next I want to talk about a saying. It's a saying by Confucius, and the saying is the journey of 1,000 steps start off from the first step. And it basically means, yo, to get anything done, first just start it off, man. You just have to start, because a lot of people talk about they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, and they have all these big dreams, but they never end up doing anything they talk about, but they never actually, uh, you know, can actually pull it off. Or it most of the time it's because they don't even start. You have to start somewhere. So I like that saying, man. The journey of 1,000 steps start off from one step. That's a old Confucius saying. Pretty tight, man. That's the thought of the day right there. I always like to throw a thought of the day in. Okay, next, let's see what we're talking about. Vaping. I want to get into talking about vaping because, man, it's crazy. I think vaping is the lesser of two evils, but I haven't been vaping as much lately. But with all the news stories coming out about it, it made me fall off a little bit on that one. But my thing is, how can they, you know, make vaping illegal? You know what I'm saying? They're going for that. They're going to ban vaping and we put a ban on that. How is that possible if you're not going to ban cigarettes? I mean, to me, vaping is lesser of two evils. Everybody know that tobacco gives you cancer. So you telling me you can ban vaping, which doesn't give you cancer, but you can't ban tobacco, which does give you cancer? Way a lot more people die from tobacco than from vaping. What they say, like 14 people died. And how many people died from big tobacco? Millions within it. From all the years of since tobacco's been out, they've claimed millions with that damn cancer, compared to 14 people from vaping, which I've never had a problem with vaping, and those are in the circumstances they was talking about was most of them was like certain type of special circumstances where you had incidents that happened with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like tobacco, which everybody know. I mean, it even says it on the can and on the box of cigarettes. Will give you cancer. You will die from this. People still buying it, and it's never been banned. Tobacco never will be banned. Man, big tobacco just winning, man. I'm telling you. It was like, yo, we gotta do something about this vaping stuff, man. Our sales falling off. People are starting to quit tobacco. You got people that's been on tobacco forever that's finally quitting. Like, oh, I found a loophole. I finally found a way to quit. I'm vaping now. I don't need tobacco no more. Now all of a sudden you see a attack on vaping. Oh no, it's dangerous. You could die from it. It's all these health risks. Like it's no health risk from tobacco, really? We just gonna forget that? Man, I don't know. That's ridiculous right there, man. I think that's big tobacco at its best. Because when it was first coming out with they've been talking about it for a while. And at first I was like, oh yeah, that's just big tobacco trying to fight back. But then it just kept growing and growing, where now every day you keep hearing news stories about, yeah, so that's why they're going to have to ban vaping, and they banning it. It's going to be illegal. I'm like, wow, really? And we can't do that with cigarettes for some reason, right? Like they say, follow the money, man. That's all you got to do. Follow the money. You'll see who's behind it. That's how that one worked. But yeah, I ain't throw away my vaping pen. I see that, like I say, I see that as the lesser two evils, man. I ain't trying to fall back, start messing with tobacco again. That's one thing. And all right, next up, we're going to talk about college sports and athletes getting paid. College students actually getting paid, cashing in for playing college sports. So right now, California is the first state to start off with actually letting college players, actually cash in and get a little bit of the billions of dollars of revenue that's coming in from college sports, which is about time, man. I mean, like really, because back then you didn't have a choice till till California said, hey, yeah, it's about time I'm going to do it. And, you know, it, the kid would be like, yo, if I go to college and everybody know I could go to the pros, they say I'm real good. I go to college and I play for free, don't make a penny. I end up hurting my leg or something happen and I'm out the game, you know what I'm saying? Have some career ending injury and I never even got a penny. Meanwhile, there's billions of dollars being made in college sports, but the guys actually on the field and on the court that's actually playing the game not getting one penny. So I think it's gonna blossom where it's gonna be more states because it has to because everybody's gonna start falling in line because if if I was good at sports and and I wasn't ready to go to the pros yet, and I wanted to get my college in, and I was a kid that needed money, that's common sense. Where you think they going? They hopping on a bus, plane, a train, and they going straight to Cali. They're like, yo, if I'm going to college instead of the pros right now, it makes sense. I still need to eat. I still need money. I still got stuff I have to do. Yo, get your education and get paid at the same time. Man, what? that it only makes sense, man. I don't see no negatives and no cons of that at all. I mean, it's only good on top of good on that one. I mean, that's that, and it only makes sense because the average person going to college, they're gonna end up with having college debt and stuff like that. So imagine you get to go to college and get paid at the same time. You're getting your degree, zero debt. Instead of having debt, you're getting paid. What, man? You can't beat that. Come on, man. And California college is gonna be swolled up. The other colleges gonna be falling off, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, we can't get no athletes out of our schools because everybody that's good enough, they're like, nah, I'm too good to come over to y'all and play for free. Well, I'm gonna come over here, and I'm that good at this sport. I could be in California actually getting paid, but yet I'm gonna come over here with you and play for free. Now, actually, does that make sense, man? Think about it. What kind of sense does that make? So it'd be real lopsided if the other states don't fall in line. They could say, you know, they can say goodbye to actually winning anything. It'd be so one sided with California winning in all the sports. Anytime you turn on college ball, you already know, oh man, California's gonna win. Whatever college from California is playing, they win. It'd be an easy bet. The bookies won't even take bets on that one. They were like, yeah, Cali got it. They gonna win this game, hands down. Won't even take no money on no bets like that. Yeah, but man, yeah, I'm happy for that right there, man. Sometimes I, don't agree with some of the laws and stuff in Cali, but that right there, they got that one right, man. But like I say, the other states ain't got no choice, man. They're gonna start falling in line with it and follow the leader because sooner or later, like I say, they're gonna want to win games, and ain't nobody gonna want to come to them and play for free. So it's hey, it's just common sense on that one. All right, switching gears and now talking about something that's just totally crazy that makes no sense at all. The four guys that escaped from the prison over there in Ohio and they later got found in North Carolina. Man, matter of fact, it was at a motel when they got caught. Three almost together, and another one that had slipped off but ended up getting caught too. So, I mean, that makes no kind of sense. Well, I mean, when you look at the charges that they got, they most of them, besides the guy that was in there for trafficking, and then it depends on how much drugs he was trafficking. You know what I'm saying? It really wouldn't make sense of them even trying to break out and do anything. Uh, they had the average guy seemed like he would have just been facing a couple of years in jail with the most of them was in there for like petty charges, so you wouldn't been in there too long, a couple of years at the most. Except, like I say, the one that was the trafficker. So yeah, how does that make sense? Okay, I could be out of here in a year, but instead of that, I want to break out of jail and then end up facing some real charges. So instead of just being out in a year, now I might not be out for a couple of decades or so. How does that make sense? That doesn't make sense at all. I mean, what was the thinking there? Unless they really liked jail that much that it was just trying to figure out a way to mess it up for themselves where they can stay in jail longer. It's like, if you about to be out shortly, you don't mess yourself up where you have to stay in for a long time. The math makes no sense on that. And yeah, those four guys, man, that was some idiot stuff. They had a car already set up for them. Somebody on the outside helping them out. So they make their little makeshift knives and threaten the guards. Then they take off and they go hop in a car that was already waiting on them because they had somebody that was helping them out that had a car that was set up for them already. And I don't know, you have to have some kind of game plan. Okay, I can see if they was going to take off, and go to another country that don't have no that don't send prisoners back from whatever country they wanted at. You know what I'm saying? A country that got different laws where they can get away with something at. But yeah, it was just, hey, I get out for the day, hang out, and I could go on back. I just want to get out and party for a day. I can go back tomorrow. That makes no sense, man. Now they're looking at some crazy amount of years. They're putting up getting some numbers that I know I'll be like, yo, I can't do them type of numbers. Yeah, if I'm gonna be out in a year, I ain't gonna play around like I want to do some numbers like that. Yeah, so that made no sense right there. I couldn't figure out what their thinking was. No, I still don't see what the thinking was. It made no common sense on that one. But they got them. They locked back up this time. Instead of being out shortly, they're in for the long haul now. So yeah, it's about a wrap. So it works out for everybody. And like I say, if that was their goal in the first place, hey, it's not enough for years, man. I need some real years up in here, man. I got to make sure I got to do something to ensure I get some years. If that was the thinking, then it worked out for them. They planned, everything's going according to plan. But the only people it wouldn't work out for would be the guards in the jail, because anytime escape happens, of course, they're gonna be looking at, okay, how did these guys escape? They're gonna be some people gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might even end up getting fired behind it. Like stuff like that don't supposed to happen, and it makes the whole jail look bad. Like you just got guys just walking off from the jail. You know what I'm saying? What the heck? That type of stuff don't supposed to be going down like that. So that's about the only people that lose out in that situation. But good thing. Like I say, they right back where they belong, home sweet home. This time for the long haul. And yeah, they go ahead and cancel a bunch of Christmas. Yeah, they won't be out for Turkey Day. Thanksgiving and Christmas, they go ahead and scratch that off for the next 20, 30 years. That's how that one worked. Wow. That's crazy, man. They must really like jail. Maybe the turkey dinners are better in there or something. I don't know. Must be in some kind of luxury jail. I can see if they got the cable TV steak dinners at night or something. They like, man, I don't never want to leave this place. They gotta figure out a way to mess it up so I can stay in this place. Trying to stay here forever, man. Let me do something stupid, man. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, Caught him in. They didn't even go that far from Ohio to North Carolina. What the hell? They ain't even really do no real traveling. And when it's short distance, just to go right back. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I tell you, I'm really feeling this cool weather right now. It's real nice. I'm in Texas right now, traveling through on my way to Oklahoma, and yeah, I had stopped for the night, and it's so nice out. I didn't even have to run the truck, man. I didn't even have to put the truck engine on. Just uh, crack the side windows, and that's it. Nice, cool, nice, cool, and relaxed. No, none of that noisy, loud engine. I don't see how some guys, man, they'll stop, and no matter how the weather is, whether the weather can be nice as hell out, and the dudes will just run a engine all night long. Some guys have had the windows down, trying to enjoy the fresh air, and still got the damn engine on. Like, man, that's why I don't understand that. They're just wasting fuel. But they have their own truck. They don't do that mess. It's just yeah, a company driver. Maybe messing up they messing up their company's fuel economy by never turning the truck off. Just messing over some fuel. That's crazy. But yeah, when the weather is nice, man, I like to just chill, engine off. You can think right. You ain't got all that loud diesel engine running. You got all that noise in your ears. Yeah. So another news story that I want to hit on is uh, about the Las Vegas shooting that happened a couple of years ago. Well, the reason that's in the news right now is because MGM, the big casino, uh, where it happened at that Mandalay Bay, owned by MGM, they're in the news because they're doing a settlement with the survivors and people that was infected by the mass shooting, and they're putting out the settlement. They said it's going to be 736 million. So they're doing a $736 million settlement to the families of the victims and the people that was affected by the mass shooting. And yeah, I thought it was weird because I'm like, how did this guy get into that room with all the guns that he had? Somebody should have said something. Somebody should have stopped him. I mean, that was just ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, they trying to do the right thing, and you know they, it was there's nobody fault except for the crazy guy that did it, and then end up killing himself. But I mean, so you can't really blame it. Ain't like they had something to do with it, But I just think that they security was really lax and weak at that time, man. They should have been doing better than that. They see this guy carrying a lot of stuff up to his room, and you could see the shape of rifles and stuff like that. Even if you try to put something around it, put a blanket around it or something like that, you still like, what is that guy got? Why does he keep carrying that stuff up to his room? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know they security on point now. They ain't taking no kind of chances now, but you know, yeah, that was just a very sad event. And yeah, they trying to do the right thing, man. 736 million in settlements, So they trying to do their part and do the right thing. Um, yeah, no, I think that's good that they stepping up like that, you know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know, it could have went a whole different way. Like if the company lawyer up and the company started talking about bankruptcy and stuff like that, instead of trying to do the right thing, there's different ways they could have weaseled out of it. But they actually stood up and was like, nah, we trying to do the right thing. We trying to look after these families. This was a real bad tragedy type deal. So yeah, so that's pretty good on that point. Yeah, so man, it's been a another day at it. Winding my day down. About to about to get my rest on. I think I'm gonna get my chillaxing on and be back at it tomorrow with y'all. Um, got a lot of nice shows lined up for y'all. I'm gonna look up some topics and dig into the news, see what's happening, and we're gonna get it popping tomorrow again. You know what I'm saying? How we do? We broadcast daily. You know how we do. Yeah. But yeah, man, I can't believe this weather. This weather is so nice right now, man. I like the in between time, man. Like the the fall and the fall and spring is like the best time weather wise, man. You got that nice in between weather where it's not too hot, it's not too cold. You know what I'm saying? It's just right. You're like, oh man, yeah, they have to have your spirits up when the weather's good like that, man. I just had a feeling, oh man, I'm feeling this weather right now. Yeah. So yeah, like I say, I have it popping again tomorrow because we broadcast daily and we'll be at it. Oh yeah, and another news article I just remembered about the lady in Dallas that shot the guy in the apartment. I call it a wrong apartment lady. You know, she claimed she was in the wrong apartment and she thought she was in the apartment, so she shot and killed the guy. She's got 10 years in prison, which I don't know. I don't think that's right. For murder, 10 years, and the guy's dead. The guy will never come back. He's gone forever. All she gets is 10 years. I don't know, man. That something don't sound right about that, man. That's kind of messed up. Well, because my whole thing is, how would you think you're in the wrong apartment? I mean, the number. Anybody that ever been to an apartment, you'll notice something at the apartment. How people know which apartment door is theirs. It's got numbers on it. They're all numbered. Yo, your number's not on that door. That's a big giveaway. Okay, that's obviously not your apartment. The floor mat. The man got his floor mat sitting there. You know you didn't buy the floor mat. Yo, you go inside the apartment. Oh, somebody must have broke in my apartment and put all their pictures up. There's no pictures of me. He broke in and put all his pictures up, and he put all his things in there. He put his TV in there and everything. You know that's not your TV. That's not your pictures on the wall. I mean, come on, man. Really, seriously. That you know, it's 10 years. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yep, 10 years. Well, that's all she got was 10 years for that. But like I say, with murder, man, something like that. I, I mean, I was thinking she was going to get like some, like at least about 50 years at the minimum. You know what I'm saying? 10 years, shit. She come out, she still can still have a lot of life left. You know what I'm saying? So she still got her life, and if you got 10 years, you can come out 5 years with good behavior. So basically, you're saying you murder and kill somebody, and you come out within 5 years. That's what it basically boils down to. Because anytime you get a sentence, the person usually do like half of whatever the sentence is, unless they go in there and start messing up. Be like those four dummies that broke out of jail, only had a year in jail, and figured they'd break out of jail so they could stay longer. I mean, you have to do something stupid like that to stay in longer, but you know what I'm saying? So out of that 10, she's probably going to just actually do 5 good behavior. That's, man. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, so yeah, that right there, that news story. Yeah, that was a rough one. Well, I see people already upset about it and protesting and saying why did she only get a 10-year sentence for murder? You know what I'm saying? So, but once the sentence is already down and it's all said and done, you know, it's basically a wrap. They already said, hey, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Verdict's already in. She's already sentenced. So even with the protesting and stuff like that, I don't think that does anything for it. I mean, you can't, uh, you don't see that getting overturned or whatever, and then she end up getting some more years. So I think that right there is set in stone. That's just gonna be that way right there. So yep, she'll be out in 5 years. So she'll still have, won't even lose a step, go right back to a life. Because 5 years, that ain't long at all. Um, that's that's a short college term or something like that. 5 years ain't long at all. But meanwhile, the dude's gone forever, so that's kind of messed up. Yeah. So like I said, I'm still headed to Oklahoma in the morning. So I think I'll be wrapping it up in a minute here. And like I said, it's been a good one. And uh, there's gonna be many more to come. We got a fire show for tomorrow. Getting the topics ready, getting that ready to be lit for tomorrow. And as I usually say about this time, peace and bless. Y'all be good. And I'll be talking to you tomorrow. Peace.